Gonna open her up a little bit tonight. Temps are a little colder than we'd like. I'm not gonna put any calcium on it, but I mean, it's close. But tanks are supposed to warm up by morning, so I'm gonna just throw our salt down, let her ride, and we'll be good. Once that sun pops out and traffic starts smashing it all up and mixing it all in, parking lots are gonna be bare pavement in no time. Let's go, baby. All right, we're at our first one here. Go ahead and get our equipment turned on. Get back into this loading dock. We're not quite going to get it there. There we go. Turn our spinner down a little bit. In there nice and deep. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go up here and drop a little bit of salt in the front door. Got a little bit of a weird jam thing going on. Let's see what's up. Yeah, I got a bunch of salt caked up in there. Don't try this at home. Sometimes you just gotta stick your hand down in there. That's why it's important to keep your salt dry if you have problems like this. We got a good material, but we had it hauled in. It was raining, and then nobody was working that day, so it just got dropped and then it got rained on. And now we're dealing with this. But nobody's fault but my own. Well, let's head on to the next one. Here we go. Hey, Meta, pause. Alright, got our next one. Almost New Year's Eve. We're out here getting our salt run done. We're on the south side of Goshen. We're actually at Nibco, their Eisenhower Drive facility. Getting them all salted up. They're one of the few customers we have that's going to be open through the holidays, so we're making sure that everybody's able to get to their cars, keep their parking lots nice and safe, and allow them to keep their business operations pumping. So wish everybody a happy new year. Hope all you snow guys are out there being safe. And yeah, just checking in. So I'll show you around the truck real quick. It's our 5.5 yard salt dog spreader. We've got calcium chloride saddle tanks on the side here with a pre-wet system. So what we're able to do is run straight bulk salt like 90% of the year whenever we need a treated product. When temperatures drop down below 14 degrees, we're able to treat that salt with some calcium chloride and give it a lower melting point to help us get through those cold nights. So pretty neat. It's our first year with the big truck. Really like this. A lot less abuse on our pickups, which is always great because we pretty much trash pickup trucks when salting with them. So really nice to have this big boy. Very thankful. Keeps our maintenance costs low and allows us to haul a lot more salt too in one run. So I'm not running back and forth up and down the highway with a bunch of pickup trucks. All that liability and everything that goes with it during a snowstorm. So that's sweet. So we're able to go out and salt more properties with less exposure to risk. So that's always great. Also able to service our customers a little bit faster because we're not spending all that time on the road, and we're actually out just performing the work. So love that. But yeah. Just another day in the life of a snow contractor. If it was easy, everybody'd do it, right? Most days it's pretty easy, but some days suck. And that's all right. We'll have that with anything. Okay. Let's go park our dump truck. A little bit of a tight squeeze. Park all the way back here. Okay, lights. Okie dokie. What a rig. Get some of our boulders out of here. This load of salt got wet, so I can't wait to get rid of this. Get some fresh material in here. Shouldn't take long, as busy as this winter's been. Lock's getting a little froze up. We're gonna take you to our last property of the night. We've got salt loaded up. It's actually our biggest one. I can't wait to show you. You're gonna love it. Here we go. All right, we're at our last one here. Looks like things are actually doing really well from our last salt run, which would have been, I think, last night. But we've got snow coming down right now, and so we're gonna go ahead and get them taken care of before that weather gets here. That way they have no interruptions, and then we can go home and get some rest. I found in this business it's just better to be proactive than it is to, you know, wait and have people call you and complain or request service when you're already halfway across the county doing somebody else. So be proactive. But this is a RV transport company. They're responsible for delivering a lot of the campers that you see at dealerships across the United States, Canada, heck, maybe Mexico, I don't know. They go all over the place, but a lot of those come right out of here. So pretty neat that they trust us with this. Proud to have it. And yeah, we just keep the hill safe. It's actually a pretty crazy grade here. Shout out to my buddy Jordan Hansen, one of the owners of this company. Appreciate the support. Sounds like we need some new brakes. Alright, so we're gonna get all wrapped up here. I'm gonna blast this entrance real quick, nice and wide. Make sure whoever's pulling in and out of this sucker is not gonna have issues because of me. There we go, just like that. All done.